Shadows of history, when difference meant exclusion. History whispers cautionary tales. Societies often shunned those deemed different. Ancient cultures, even while achieving wonders, sometimes relegated individuals with disabilities to the fringes. Fear and misunderstanding prevailed. Myths and stigma took root. In medieval Europe, disability might be seen as a curse or a mark of divine disfavor. Individuals found themselves ostracized, hidden away, denied basic rights. The Enlightenment promised reason, yet even then progress towards inclusion was agonizingly slow. We must acknowledge these shadows. We must learn from them. The human story is replete with examples of resilience, but also with the consequences of prejudice. It is in understanding this legacy that we can truly move forward with empathy. The divine embrace compassion in the Gospels. Turn to the New Testament and a radically different perspective emerges. Jesus of Nazareth in his ministry embraced the marginalized. He healed the sick both physically and spiritually. He saw inherent worth in every individual, regardless of their social standing or physical abilities. The Gospels are filled with encounters that challenge prevailing social norms. Jesus heals a paralyzed man. He restores sight to the blind. He engages with lepers, those deemed untouchable by society. His actions speak volumes. These stories are not mere miracles, they are teachings. They demonstrate the profound dignity inherent in every human being. They remind us that compassion and love should extend to all, especially those who have been marginalized or forgotten. Echoes of empathy, world religions, and the call to kindness. This emphasis on compassion is not unique to Christianity. Across faiths and cultures, a common thread binds us, the imperative to care for the vulnerable. In Islam, the concept of zakat, charitable giving, is one of the 5 pillars of the faith. Buddhism emphasizes compassion, or karuna, and loving kindness, or metta, as essential virtues. Hinduism speaks of seva, selfless service to others. Judaism upholds the value of tzedakah, which encompasses both charity and justice. These traditions, though diverse in expression, share a fundamental truth. Our shared humanity compels us to act with kindness and generosity toward others. This shared value transcends theological boundaries. It is a universal truth, woven into the fabric of our collective human experience. We are all interconnected, and our well-being is inextricably linked to the well-being of others. A world unseen, facing the facts of disability today. Despite centuries of progress, we are still failing to fully include people with disabilities. The statistics paint a stark picture. Globally, over 1 billion people live with some form of disability. They face disproportionate levels of poverty, unemployment, and social exclusion. Access to education, healthcare, and even basic amenities remains a challenge in many parts of the world. Prejudice and discrimination persist, often manifesting as subtle biases that limit opportunities and erode dignity. We must open our eyes to these realities. The fight for inclusion is far from over. Let us not turn away from the uncomfortable truths, for it is in acknowledging them that we can begin to effect meaningful change. Building bridges, not barriers, practical steps for inclusion. Creating a truly inclusive world requires a multifaceted approach. We need to move beyond mere awareness and embrace concrete actions that promote accessibility, opportunity, and equity. This begins with legislation and policy changes that ensure equal rights and opportunities for all, regardless of ability. We must invest in accessible infrastructure, making our public spaces, transportation systems, and buildings usable by everyone. Education plays a crucial role. By fostering inclusive classrooms and promoting disability awareness from a young age, we can break down stereotypes and cultivate empathy. Technology also offers powerful tools for inclusion. From assistive devices to online platforms that facilitate communication and access to information, we must harness the power of innovation to empower individuals with disabilities. The ripple effect, charity, philanthropy, and lasting change. Charity has the power to transform lives. When we extend a helping hand to those in need, we not only alleviate suffering but also ignite a ripple effect of positive change. Philanthropy can support organizations working tirelessly to provide essential services, advocate for policy changes, and empower marginalized communities. But true charity goes beyond financial contributions. It's about volunteering our time, lending our voices to advocate for justice, and engaging in acts of kindness in our daily lives. It's about using our resources, however big or small, to make a tangible difference. When we invest in the well-being of others, when we work together to create a more just and equitable world, we create a virtuous cycle of change. A single act of kindness can inspire countless others, spreading hope and opportunity far beyond its initial point of impact. A tapestry of hope, our shared journey to a more inclusive world. Building a world where no one is left behind is not a utopian dream. It is a collective responsibility. It requires a fundamental shift in perspective, a recognition that our differences enrich us, and that our shared humanity compels us to act with compassion and empathy. Each one of us has a role to play in this journey. We can challenge our own biases, educate ourselves and others, and advocate for policies that promote inclusion. We can support organizations working on the front lines of change and contribute our time and resources to uplift those in need. Let us weave a tapestry of hope, woven with threads of compassion, justice, and equality. Let us create a world where every individual, regardless of their abilities or circumstances, has the opportunity to thrive and reach their full potential. For it is in embracing our shared humanity that we will build a brighter future for all.